Hi, this is my dissection of the sheep brain. Here we have the oh my god, okay. Here we have the cerebrum. The cerebrum consists of four lobes. We have the frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, the occipital lobe, and the temporal lobe. The cerebrum is divided by the medial longitudinal fissure, and it's the largest part of the brain, obviously. And the frontal lobe helps with motor functions. The parietal helps with sensory information. The occipital helps with sight, and the temporal helps with hearing. In the back here, we have the cerebellum, and the cerebellum has a folded outer cortex, as we can see here, and it's also divided by the vermen. Okay. So this, and then we make a cut mid-sagittal to the brain, and then we do another cut, a coronal cut to the brain, and we get this piece over here, and we see the white matter over here, and the white matter are bundles of myelated axons within the brain, and it's also found in the spinal cord. Oh, and the gray matter, which contains cell bodies, dendrites, and unmyelinated axons, and it's also found in the brain, spinal cord. Okay, then here we have the hemisphere of the brain, and then we have over here we have the colloid plexus, and these are capillaries, these house capillaries, and it also helps produce cerebrospinal fluid. Here we have the corpus callosum, and it connects the two hemispheres of the brain together. Here we have the third ventricle, and over here we have the fourth lateral ventricle, and the third and the fourth lateral ventricle are connected by the cerebral aqueduct, and it contains cerebrospinal fluid and connects these two together. Okay, and then over here we have the diencephalon region, and the diencephalon region is made up of the thalamus and the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is inferior to the thalamus. The thalamus is the sensory relay center, and their impulses are sent to the cerebral region over here. And the hypothalamus, it is responsible for the regulation of respiration, blood pressure, and heart rate, and it also helps with reflex or homeostasis. And then the grooves. And then here we have the ridges and the grooves, the ridges and the grooves of the brain, and it's called these are the gyri and the sulcus and the gyri. Okay. And then we have the pons right over here, and it connects the cerebellum with other parts of the brain. And then we have the medulla, which is the inferior part of the brainstem, and this is the part for heart rate, blood pressure, and respiration, and the hypothalamus is for homeostasis. And over here we have the pineal body, and it secretes melatonin as well as other hormones. There's also a pineal gland, not shown here, and this also helps in production of oxytocin and other hormones as well. The brain is covered by a film we can see over here. It's covered by three films, which is the dura mater, the pia mater, and the arachnoid mater. And these maters help protect the brain from injury and help support the brain. Here we have the cerebellum. The cerebellum is covered by the arbor vitae, and it helps control balance and muscle coordination, and it's located inferior to the cerebrum. Okay. Okay, and then, and the olfactory bulb. We can see over here the olfactory bulb. The olfactory bulb helps with, what's it called? It contains the cell bodies of the neurons that connect to the olfactory system. And then there's kind of an X-shaped marking, which it's not clear because of the dissection, but there is an X-shaped marking over here that shows the optic chiasma, and it's where the crossing of the optic nerves take place. And then also over here we have, which is not shown, we also have the cranial nerves, and these basically control the face, the like hearing, eyes, as well as mouth, taste, etc.